swag, bitch.
First cold start in 2 weeks. Not bad, not bad. Hey guys, so this is gonna be part 2 of how to boost your CRG 101, and in this part we're gonna be talking about the turbo kit itself. Now this highly depends, the parts that you're gonna need highly depends on the kind of kit that you get, but there are some essential parts that every kit is gonna need, and I'm pretty much gonna go over them, and then pretty much the differences. For example, if you go with a top mount, mid mount, or rear mount. So let's start with the essential parts that you're gonna need for any turbo setup. And obviously, well, every turbo kit is probably gonna need intercooler. At least every CNG turbo is gonna need a intercooler. I really recommend the Soho intercooler. I know a lot of people buy them for their setups when they do their own custom kits, or even if they buy like a kit from someone else, they will always end up replacing them with the Soho intercooler. Next thing that every kit is going to need is gonna be cold side piping. So this is gonna be probably from your intakes, connected to your intake manifold and going connected to the intercooler. Clamps, a lot of clamps. You're gonna be needing a lot of clamps. So you can get B-band. You're gonna be needing to B-band some stuff. So that's always gonna be needed. For a lot of kits, you're probably gonna want to get a oil pan spacer. This kit already comes with the C1 oil pan spacer, but yeah, it's highly recommended that you get an oil pan spacer. Next thing that you're gonna need are gonna be wastegates. I think most CNG setups are gonna need 2 wastegates. And a blow valve. So this is in case like you're building your own kit, just to keep in mind what you're gonna need. But I highly recommend trying to either find one on a group forum or front page and finance, if anything. Putting a kit together, unless you're really mechanic inclined, it's gonna be really hard. Gonna need couplers. I think that's it for that part. Next thing is probably gonna be your hot side piping. So to mount your wastegates and your exhaust, and this is gonna be heat wrap, just because it's gonna obviously create a lot of heat. It's gonna be coming from the backside of the turbo, and it's gonna be close to a lot of wires and stuff that you don't want to get melted. So yeah, it's always good to get them heat wrapped. I'm gonna probably put a little bit more wrap on these things. This big pipe that you see here is gonna be kind of like my white pipe. It's gonna be replacing my white pipe. so this one doesn't really need to be heat wrapped. That's why. Next thing, obviously, is the biggest thing. It's gonna be your turbo. Also, really highly recommend to get a turbo guard or a filter. It's always good to get a high quality turbo. Don't cheap out on this, because you're gonna be spending more money in the long run by replacing turbos, or it could cost you your engine. Also, turbo blanket, highly recommended. This is a V-van for the turbo, and of course your oil and coolant lines. You could get also an oilless turbo. It's kind of the ones that come in the mid-mount kits, at least with boosted performance. They come with a compound turbo. Comp turbo. This one from Soho is a Garrett turbo. So this is a Garrett 3582R, and it's a 6266. This turbo is good for 850 horsepower. I'm probably gonna not go past 600 on the build, because I build the motor at some point, and even then I'm probably just gonna stay at 700. So this turbo should be more than enough for what I need for the car. Now the other thing that you have to keep in mind are gonna be miscellaneous parts that you're gonna have to buy for your kit. I don't know that much about mid mounts and rear mounts. I know for sure that those two are a lot easier to install than a top mount. The cool thing about a top mount is that you have to worry less about anything hitting the undercarriage of your car, especially if your car is lower. And then mid mount, the turbo is gonna be super close to the floor, so there's a high chance of you hitting it. The top mount, you don't have to worry about any of that, but it also has other things that are not good, like heat soak in the engine bay. It's gonna be creating a lot of heat, so it's highly recommended to do good heat management. But other things that you might need is, for example, with this Soho kit, we need to relocate the power steering system basically. So I'm not sure if this came with a kit, or if this kit just gave me a new power steering pump, but there's this power steering pump with this bracket, and he already had like all the lines set up, so that's really nice. I don't have to worry about that. This bracket is for the reservoir. It comes with a clamp that I need to find, but I can use one that I have, if anything. I need to change the motor mounts, and I need to relocate the power steering pump cooler. Also, it came with this filter for the driver's side PCV pop folder. It's gonna be deleting that. I already have some heat wrap that I'm planning on using for the hot side, and this gold wrap for the cold side piping. You're also gonna be needing a lot of heat sleeves and heat reflective, forgot what they call. I think it's heat reflective shield or whatever they call. Yeah, you're gonna be needing that, so you can get that in auto parts. I forgot what else I need to buy, because this kit is like technically new. As you can see, a lot of things are not even open, but he did put and use some parts like zip ties, so I'm gonna be needing some zip ties. But that's easy stuff to get. Like I said, these are the main things that you're gonna need with your kit: intercooler, cold side piping, hot side piping, and your turbo and lines. Other than that, it's just figuring out what you're missing. Oh, sorry, I forgot wastegates and blow valve and clamps, obviously. So if you have a fabricator, you can probably fabricate a whole kit for you, and then you can just put it together. Like I know some people that have been doing that. For what I know, they spend the same that I spent on buying this kit that was done professionally and that I know has everything, and that already came with the blow valve and all that stuff. Because I was asking, and for example, your hot side piping might be like $2,500, and you need your cold side piping, then this intercooler is like $900. Then you need to buy your waste case and your water valve and all that stuff. Instead of costing around the same as just buying a good kit. I'm not saying that custom kit is bad, but it's just a lot of extra work that you have to put in. And you know, like I also got really lucky with this kit, getting it for $5,000. At the end of the day, I'm probably gonna spend less than that, since with this kit I'm getting rid of my intakes. So I'm gonna be selling my intakes, which are engine intakes. I could try to get at least like $200 for them. I have my brake test pipes, and I have my C1 white pipe. So I'm gonna be selling all of those, and with that money, this kit probably cost me less than $5,000. So I think it's a really good deal, and that's why I also think that it's better than just keep spending money being an A.